In this video, we're gonna talk about what I don't like about the DJI Mavic 3. Let's jump into it. Okay guys, here we are a week out from the release of the famous DJI Mavic 3 that everybody has been talking about for a long time. It's finally here, and I'm going to tell you why I don't like it. Now, just to get this out of the way, there are plenty of things that I do like about this drone, but I'm not going to cover that in this video. In this video, I'm just talking about strictly what I don't like, and some of the things really bother me. So I figured I would make a video for any of you guys contemplating buying it, but let's get into it. Starting with the controller. So DJI included the same controller that they include with the DJI Mini 2, which is a $400 drone. So ridiculous for the price that you pay for the Mavic 3. Specifically, I did the Fly More combo, and when I'm paying that much for a drone, I expect it to come with a better controller than this. Don't get me wrong, I like how this feels in the hand. I like that the phone is on top versus on the bottom, but I don't like that it's the same exact controller that you're going to get with DJI's cheaper drones, which include the Mini 2 and the Air 2S. With the Mavic 2, on the controller, we had a data screen. So even if you didn't have the smart controller, you still had a screen on your controller which showed a bunch of crucial data, so that if your phone lost connection, the data screen was always connected to the drone, and you would know how high the drone is, how fast it's going, and overall if your drone is okay. Now if my phone loses connection with the Mavic 3, I have no way to see any of the data coming from the drone, so I don't know if the drone just lost connection and fell out of the sky, or what the deal is. I just think that it was an incredibly bad decision on DJI's part to include such a cheap remote control with such an expensive drone. And honestly, I'm very disappointed by that. Number two is the gimbal on the Mavic 3. So the gimbal on the Mavic 3 is very nice in a lot of areas. It has like a self-lock to it, but the one thing that I always did when I was recording with the Mavic 2 is I would put my finger on the actual screen and I would be able to pan the gimbal left or right. And so if I flew from side to side, I could also pan the gimbal, which would give the footage an orbital type of effect without actually having to turn the drone like this. I could just fly side to side. Now, if I want to get that same effect, I actually have to fly the drone like this, and there's no way for me to unlock the gimbal. I can tell that the gimbal can go further left and further right than the app is allowing me to pan it, but it's locked and it won't let me change it anywhere in the settings. There's nowhere to fix that, and it's absolutely frustrating for me, and it's going to be changing the way that I shoot video, which I don't like. If I'm gonna purchase a drone of this price, I feel that I should be able to have the same capabilities, if not better, than the DJI Mavic 2, and it is very unacceptable that DJI shipped this drone without giving me that same capability or any way to unlock it. And that goes into the next thing, which is the DJI Fly app. The DJI Fly app is DJI's new app. So if you're flying with a Mavic 2, you're using DJI Go 4, which is a fantastic app. Plenty of customization, lots of different features to it. It's a fantastic app. Of course, it has its problems, and I've had my problems with the Go 4 app in the past, but the DJI Fly app is so limited in what it can do, and it honestly bothers me a lot. I wish that with my Pro drone, my Mavic 3, that I had just as many features in the DJI Fly app as I did with the Mavic 2 Pro. For example, being able to turn off obstacle avoidance, being able to unlock the gimbal so I can turn it left and right. And I'm sure there's a lot more that I'm missing. And for those of you that came from the DJI Go 4 app and are now using the Fly app, I'm sure you're aware of some of what I'm saying with the limitations. So I'm really hoping that with software updates for the Mavic 3 that the Fly app gets better, because right now it's just not the same as the Go 4 app, which is disappointing. Another thing is this drone shipped with a lot of missing features. Now, if you're watching this after January of 2022, then this could have changed. As of the recording of this video in November 2021, we still have a lot of missing features. In my first flight video, I went over this a little bit. We're missing the quick shot modes. We're missing the new video mode that I can't remember the name of right now. We're missing panoramic mode. You can't set waypoints. You can't, like, it's just so limited, and when you go to click those buttons, because they show up in the app, when you go to click those buttons, it just says features coming soon. Kind of annoying that DJI shipped a drone that wasn't fully ready. And, you know, I personally don't use a lot of those special flight modes and all that often, but I definitely think it's very frustrating that I can't play with them or do anything with them. But that's the thing, when you purchase a new piece of technology, you have to be aware that there could be certain things missing. You know, that's just how it is. Like with the iPhone, iOS 15, there was SharePlay, and that was missing in the initial iOS 15 update. And then with 15.1 came SharePlay. So same thing with this drone. Those features are going to come later, but it's frustrating that they don't come, you know, right at the time of the release. And this one I already touched on a little bit earlier in this video, but there's no way to turn off the obstacle avoidance. So obstacle avoidance is on no matter what. And it is the most annoying thing in the world because I don't need obstacle avoidance. I've been flying drones for 6+ years. As a pro drone, there should be a way to turn that off. It's constantly beeping. It picks up things that are far away from it, that it, you know, like, I get it. That's awesome that the obstacle avoidance cameras can see things that are pretty far away from it. You know, it just makes it hard to get those tight shots. If I'm shooting video for clients, I might have an issue with that, especially in neighborhoods where houses are close together. I do a lot of real estate videos and I use my drone for that. So overall, it's kind of annoying that you can't turn that off. You know, at least DJI could have given us the option to turn that off. I think it's ridiculous. But yeah, those are the things that really I don't like about this drone and things that I would like to see fixed. I feel like these things should have came with the drone, and I shouldn't be making a video complaining about it. I think DJI definitely missed the mark when it came to these things, and hopefully someone from DJI will watch this video and relay the message, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way about the Mavic 3. You know, it's kind of disappointing. Overall, like I said, there are plenty of things that I do like about this drone, so definitely make sure to stay tuned because I will have a video on all the things I like about it. If you liked today's video, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell. And also please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. That way it ranks higher in the algorithm. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.